Hey, two things really quickly before we start the video today. I just want to say, please do not harass anyone mentioned in this video. Harassment is bad, and I do not in any way condone it. And number two is, this video is a summary of recent Theft King actions. It is not a deep dive into everything he has done, so please forgive me if I miss anything. There is so much that this man has done that it was impossible to compile everything into one video without missing a couple things. Okay, let's get into the video. When Five Nights at Freddy's released on Steam, it captivated players and created the absolutely giant fanbase we have today. Of course, in any fanbase, there are those who enjoy the series so much that they want to transform their love to these games to more than just a simple hobby. They want to start a career that's based around Five Nights at Freddy's, or, whatever game the fandom loves. Whether that be in the form of game development, fan art, commissions, and, of course, content creators. We have seen so many great people rise to the top with FNaF. Dako, Markiplier, Fusion's a Gamer, CoryX Kenshin, and so much more. And while not all of the mentioned names above have their entire channel based around FNaF, they are still very much loved in the community and constantly praised. But then there's those who aren't so well received. Those who not only make bad content, but are just bad people in general. This description fits so many FNaF YouTubers that I'm not going to name, but if you know who you are. And we've seen a lot of them, but just one of them sticks out from the rest. Someone who is known for being malevolent and manipulating his own audience, weaponizing his viewers. As I like to call him, the thorn in Five Nights at Freddy's side. Join me today as we delve into the weary world of Theft King. Theft King is a content creator, obviously that's in hand quotes, who joined the platform on November 14th, 2014. His videos primarily focus on Five Nights at Freddy's, more specifically the Five Nights at Freddy's community. He has struggled with drug addiction for many years now and eventually quit before relapsing again during COVID, unfortunately. But as of now, he has finally become completely sober, and I commend him for that. Honestly, man, that's great. Good for you. I'm happy for you that you were able to get yourself sobered up. Drug addiction is no joke, and if any of you are facing any issues with drugs or other substance abuse, please don't hesitate to reach out. There are resources available. And like I said, well, it's commendable to get over drugs for him. He uses the fact that he's a recovering addict as an excuse for literally everything, drug-related or not, usually non-drug related. Most of the videos he makes consists of long-form video essays about FNaF and, other mascot horror games that are popular at the time of the video being released. Now, did I say it was good content? No, I did not. Let's talk about that, shall we? Theft King's YouTube career, for a long while, had little to no controversy surrounding it, until a little while after the release of Security Breach, he uploaded a video titled, Will Scott Cancel the Fanverse?, which was chock full of misinformation and pandering. Although he can be considered successful, Theft King has gathered quite a controversial reputation for his terrible and empty opinions, clickbait in its purest form, mistreatment of others, manipulation of his own fanbase, and overall just complete idiocy. He has made enemies or insulted many creators in the FNaF community such as Sheep Rampage, King Carter, Dako, Sleep Live, and more. His video titles and thumbnails are so awful and clickbaity, it just feels like a big content farm. Even though I wouldn't necessarily classify Theft King as a content farm per se, he gets pretty damn close. For a while, the focus of his channel was drama in the community. The issue with this is he would consistently stretch the truth and sometimes outright lie to his viewers. A great example of this is a video titled The End of the Fazbear Fanverse Initiative. The whole video is just him acting like the fanverse is over and dead because of some controversy from developers that were rejected who were doing some shady shit. I'm not going to get into what these developers did because, ironically, Theft King already made an entire video on it, but to sum it up, the developers started a secret chat group called The Pair, which was something that was just pure evil. Let me make that very, very clear. Anyway, they plotted to leak legal information, upcoming fanverse projects, and then they had the audacity to attempt to sue the deserving developers whose projects were accepted into the fanverse because they were jealous. When a Twitter post was made regarding the whole pair situation, he simply responded with, "Hello there," most likely the Obi-Wan meme, which seems like he's just completely disregarding everyone who was affected in this situation with a stupid joke. This was not the time, nor the place, yet he just seems completely tone deaf, and instead of offering condolences, it's just, "Oh, hello there." And obviously, there was no reason whatsoever to make up anything about this whole ordeal, as it's already insane enough, yet the Theft King still found a way to profit off of misinformation and drama per usual. He claims his content is never meant to mislead anyone, but that's just simply untrue and he knows it. It's a half-assed claim with evidence that says otherwise. Theft King and Kane Carter's relationship is like Batman and Joker, Spider-Man and Green Goblin, Vector and Gru, Shell and Gladys, Tom and Jerry. Okay, I'll stop. But the point is, they're enemies. And to be completely honest here, from what I can see, the hate seems super one-sided. Theft King has made it very clear on multiple occasions he is not Kane Carter's biggest fan, and he's said it in some pretty nasty ways. Kane, on the other hand, has not expressed hate for Theft King, and he has stayed mostly respectful, emphasis on mostly. Basically what happened between them was Kane made a post regarding misinformation in the Fazbear fanverse shortly after Theft uploaded a video that was full of biased opinions against the fanverse initiative that came from a developer who was upset that his game Aftonbuilt was rejected by Scott. He proceeded to break contract in an attempt to slander the fanverse's name. Where does Theft come into all of this? He made it seem as though the developer's opinions were facts, instead of some angry basement dweller's attempt at destroying the fanverse purely out of spite. Anyway, like I said, Kane made a post regarding certain content creators were spreading falsehoods through the community. The weird part is, Theft took this personally even though his name was not once mentioned anywhere in the tweet, and responded to Kane's post saying Kane took Theft's videos too seriously. Popgoes fans began to harass Theft, and Theft claimed that he was being sent death threats in his DMs, and Kane was weaponizing his fans against him. This is an empty claim considering Kane specifically said not to harass other people online or in the real world. There is also no known proof of any DMs from Kane's fans to Theft King sending him death threats. I'm not denying that it happened, knowing Twitter, but considering the fact that there is no valid proof of these apparent threats, I can't really give him the benefit of the doubt on this one. If he was actually being threatened, I don't think he deserved that in any way. The majority of the messages weren't even harassment at all, and were just semi-rude remarks that Theft totally deserved, to be completely honest here. I'm sure there were some threats to an extent, but they were probably minuscule compared to most people just clowning on this guy. He began to DM Kane these 8-paragraph messages mostly consisting of BS, and then once again blowing things out of proportion. Theft continued to message Kane until he finally got sick of it and entered Theft's livestream, which was coincidentally about how Kane Carter was ignoring him, and I shit you not, the stream went on for 5 hours, while he spent most of the video fake crying about how everyone's super mean to him, and he's the victim in all of this. Please keep in mind, he started the whole situation responding to a tweet that wasn't even entirely directed at him. Kane later donated with a super chat that read, "Hey man, keep your chin up. You should check out the latest tweet by Lost Popgoes. It's important." This made Theft King very angry, and he whined about it for like 3 minutes straight, claiming he wanted to resolve the issue in private, which I find hilarious, since he was the one complaining to his fans for 5 hours about something he wanted to resolve in private. Anyway, after Kane began to post some things on his Twitter revealing the truth about Theft King from some private DMs, people, they weren't too happy about it. Kane actually did make a post, and it wasn't really a response. It was hilarious, in my opinion. And you know what, here, why don't I show you Theft's reaction after receiving the super chat from Kane Carter.
Hello?
Hey man, keep your chin up. You should check out the latest tweet by Lost Popgoes. It's important.
Are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding? Do you really think this is the fucking venue for this? I DM'd you. I'm begging you to fucking speak to me. I've been begging you. And you've been ignoring me. I didn't do anything. I've been ignoring you. And now you come in private. I'm trying to resolve this in private. And then you come in my fucking live stream and do a donation. Are you serious? Are you kidding me, dude? Do you know how unfair a position that is to put me in? Are you Wow, dude. Wow. 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 Wow, dude. Okay, now you want to talk to me? You know what? Yes, because I'm so fucking desperate for this to be over. I'm so fucking desperate for you to stop weaponizing your audience against me over a video that fucking Sheep Rampage made, that I'm gonna end this fucking stream and look at this message that you said, because even though I don't want to, because I think what you just did is fucked up, I'm gonna do it anyway because that's how fucking desperate I am, in the hopes that maybe this can be.
As you can see from the video, he's being a big baby about this and throwing a tantrum on stream. Oh, and if you're wondering what the tweet said, it was the Rick Astley Never Gonna Give You Up music video with Rockstar Freddy's head pasted over Rick's. Basically, total Uno reverse kind of thing. Shortly after this whole ordeal, Theft proceeded to pretend to hold back tears for the rest of the stream. Shortly after this, he made a separate video calling Kane a, and I quote, vindictive evil person who's going to burn in hell for all of eternity. Yes, that makes sense. He's going to burn in hell for sending you a Rickroll. Well, by that logic, the whole internet's gonna burn in hell. Alright, see you in hell, guys. Anyway, all in all, Theft has been stirring the pot this entire time, making countless videos that exist only to portray Kane in a bad light. King Carter actually made his own video responding to Theft King, and I recommend you go watch that if you want to learn more about this whole situation, because it's great. It's a great video covering the majority of everything that's been happening lately. Now, in this part of the video, I want to discuss some of the things Theft said or did that are still pretty bad, but they're just not long enough for their own segment. So, without further ado, here are some honorable mentions. Johnny Blocks. Johnny Blocks made a tweet disapproving of Theft King's actions and his insensitive joke he made about the pair, and Theft proceeded to call him an asshole because of it. Lady Fitzy. I'm sure you've all heard of the Lady Fitzy drama by now, so, I won't waste any time explaining it. Anyway, after FNaF fans found out about her past, they rallied to get her fired from being an official FNaF artist, which she was later, and the community rightfully celebrated. Theft found out about this and claimed it was wrong and cult-like behavior to celebrate the firing of an individual. I'm sure you can see why this was an unpopular statement from Theft. Queen Coda. Theft King's former editor, a 17-year-old girl, was apparently fired by Theft King after she did an interview with another content creator. Queen Coda took to Twitter and leaked some screenshots of conversations between her and Theft. He claimed he had never watched the interview and only fired her because of the thumbnails, and, I'm honestly not sure how much I believe that. Oh, and not to mention he also called her an opportunistic, sexist insult. I won't say this word on YouTube, but it starts with a W. He said this to his 17-year-old. Please keep that in mind. Bendy and the Dark Revival. Theft made a video claiming that Bendy and the Dark Revival looked like a lazy sequel because it was done in the same art style as the previous game. What does he expect? And how the player's hands look like Mario's hands from Super Mario 64. Okay, first of all, I will not stand for the Mario 64 disrespect. That game is incredible. It's fun, it's a great game from Nintendo. Oh, shit, I mentioned Nintendo's name. Now the Nintendo legal ninjas are gonna be coming for me. Sorry guys, no more videos. Anyway, all jokes aside, he posted this before the game even came out. And the irony of all of this is when it did come out, he apparently changed his mind and decided that he liked it. Well, there you go. I guess you can please everyone. Good job, Joy Drew Studios. Indigo Park. The most recent controversy around Theft King was after he played Indigo Park. He apparently made a video claiming it was another lazy mascot horror game, and it was a ripoff of Garten of Banban. Basically calling it a ripoff of a ripoff, since most people believe, me included, Garten of Banban is a blatant ripoff of Poppy Playtime, which others say is a ripoff of Bendy. So it's a ripoff of a ripoff of a ripoff, basically, in his own words. But, it's a crazy claim, but everyone is entitled to their own opinion, so, more power to you, buddy. Well, Theft is certainly a character. He obviously has major issues with accepting criticism. I remember when I first started watching his videos, I used to think they were pretty decent. Of course, after finding out about literally everything, including weaponizing his own friends and his viewers, I quickly unsubscribed and stayed the hell away from that channel. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging around and listening to my rambling. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button as it really helps out the channel. Thank you guys so much and have a great rest of your day, /evening, /night, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.